Hey Baja travelers, I want to give you a quick update on Ensenada safety since the travel advisories came out again lately. These always bring up a lot of questions, and the State Department issued them just a few weeks ago. Now it's beginning of December 2025. And the advisory for Ensenada was a level 3, and it was a reconsider. There was no change as before. However, a lot of folks have been asking me about safety here. So I want to give a few details that you can consider in terms of having a little more nuance to the information. I totally understand that when you want to do an international travel, you definitely want to check out the safety information before you get there. You got to take care of yourself and the people in your crew, your family, your kids, dogs, if you're like me. And the travel advisories from the State Department seem to be a very good source. However, a couple of caveats to consider. The punchline is that these are issued for the entire state of Baja, which is actually quite large and beautiful. Ensenada is a medium-sized Mexican town, over an hour away from Tijuana, of course, a mega border city, and Mexicali. Both of these cities have a lot of border issues, crime, trafficking back and forth. That doesn't affect Ensenada. So the overall recommendations for the state are not directly applicable to Ensenada. And two things that I want to point out. I've lived here for 15 years, and I've always felt safe. But since I own an excursions company and a massage business, we work with travelers all the time, a lot of folks kind of discount one guy's opinion. I might be just selling our services and my dream life in Ensenada, Mexico. So I went out and I surveyed the other U.S. residents that live here. We have an Ensenada expats group on Facebook, like 4,000 people. And I asked, these travel advisories, do other people, other expats living here, find them helpful? The poll results came back, and only 17% of people said they found the U.S. travel advisories from Mexico in Ensenada, Baja, to be somewhat or very helpful for living and traveling locally. So people that live here and know the conditions, 83% pretty much disregard the travel advisories. So you can feel as a U.S. tourist arriving here that people that live here feel very safe. So that is number one point. The second point I want to point out is that there are some other numbers that can be helpful to put this in context. When you travel someplace, it's not just foreigners living there. You want to understand how the Mexican nationals feel in terms of safety. You can easily get confused by crime statistics, murder rates, and these kind of things, and get scared and not really know how to compare it. There's actually some really good survey data on how safe people feel living here in Ensenada. It's a great website. I believe it's Numbeo. I'll put it in the comments, Numbeo. And they survey quality of life, crime, all this kind of stuff. And they create an index. The number by itself is not super meaningful, but when you compare it to other cities, it can tell you how safe people feel. So they've done this for San Diego, which most everybody's familiar with, and for Ensenada. And it turns out the index they create for people feeling safe during the day, walking at night, crime, all these things are almost identical to San Diego. So the punchline is, Mexican nationals, people living in Ensenada, not just U.S. immigrants, feel just as safe living here as San Diegans feel living in San Diego. So people living here feel safe. You can arrive as a tourist and know that, hey, you're not missing out on some kind of key piece of information that only the locals know. Because if they knew it, they wouldn't feel safe. So those are two pieces of information I think are important caveats, numbers, to interpret the U.S. travel advisories. I know they do great work. Probably some of my classmates from UCSD, my master's degree alum, are probably working at the State Department producing some of these travel advisories. But they just don't relate, they're not accurate for Ensenada since they're issued for the state level. I feel safe living here. I love my life here, and I really want other people to feel safe and enjoy a Mexican Baja travel. It's a great experience. So, yeah, I'm Jesse, Ensenada Excursions and Tours, Ensenada Massage. I've lived here for over 15 years. My life and business is here, and dogs. And I'm happy to help anybody explain, understand the situation and safety. So I will also link in the comments a really long-running blog I have on different aspects of safety here. But I hope this is helpful to convince yourself or somebody else in your group who saw some bad news or just isn't sure that there are other perspectives on safety, and it is safe here. If you are doing any kind of travel, particularly arriving on a cruise boat or just driving through Tijuana to arrive in the Valle, Guadalupe, or Ensenada, I have no hesitation in saying you're going to have no problems. The aspects of that are not safe here in Ensenada are similar to crime in any place and don't affect somebody who's just doing a travel, staying on regular tourism routes, particularly if they're with a local guide or private transportation. So I really encourage any questions, get in touch with me, leave some comments, and I hope to produce more videos and helpful information so people can really feel great coming down to Ensenada, enjoy an experience here. Get off the boat, if you're coming on the ship, eat some tacos, walk around, get a tour, get a massage, just explore some silly souvenirs on First Street, and take some good pictures and enjoy travel.